What is up, YouTube? It has been a minute since I've been on here, but I'm back for something big as of now, and it's reviewing Hiya Toys Godzilla Evolved Godzilla X Kong 2024 and 2025. Because this figure took a year, and you would think longer time would mean higher quality, but we have experience with monster arts, and that's kind of what happened here. They took a year to mess with it, only for the final product to not be perfect. I admit the sculpt is definitely better than it was before, but the paint, if you can't tell already, I've modified this guy a little bit. But yeah, the sculpt is fine. The paint was the biggest issue for me and a lot of other people, and the neck articulation, which I also modded. So what I didn't like about this figure initially was that when the spikes came, if you saw Steven Toy Review's video on this, the spikes did look like chewed up bubblegum, and I did not like how it was. And the transition from the base of the spines to the actual spine part was just nasty. It was so sharp and just not pleasing at all. So I repainted the spines. I got a light pink, redid that around the base. I dry brushed the black on there to make it kind of like how the Monster Arts was, which I will show you later. And the head, these spikes right here on the eyebrows were not visible at all. So I took a little toothpick, dabbed at them a little bit. The teeth, they were just a yellow strip, like if he was using Guru Nanda teeth whitening strips and just left it on for days. So I went in with some pink, did a base layer, did a little base layer, then I did some white on there. I think it looks a lot better now. I also did some dry brushing on the chest, if you can't see. But I am definitely much more pleased with this figure now after doing all that. I also did some articulation mods, which you might have seen on Timus Productions. It's honestly a great figure besides all the mishaps that can be easily fixed, but you shouldn't have to. I've said this before. You shouldn't have to modify a figure to get the bare minimum, which is kind of what I had to do here. But I really do overall like this figure. I like that they use a lighter plastic for the tail, so he could stand up without no support a lot easier. We're just gonna get right into the articulation. Let me just stand him up normal for a second. I hate bringing him out of good poses that I tried to get him in. Okay, so starting at the head. At first, this was as much as he could look up, because it had it's the same barbell style joint as the original 2021 Godzilla. The first Hiya Toys Godzilla, it still had the same neck thing, even though they upgraded it since then. So same bell. I drilled around the ball joint like Timus Productions recommended, so it does work. It makes it move a lot more freely. Let me just get this on so I can show you the actual articulation. Disclaimer: this shit hurts. His face is covered in little plastic spines, so that makes it that much of a pain to get it back in. Okay, so now, after doing the modification, he could look up that much, which I think is pretty damn decent. Down about that much, which at first he could, when I tried to make him look down, he went about that much, which was very disappointing. Actually looks to the side a little bit now. Pretty decent articulation. If you haven't seen, they're making the heat ray version with all the new modifications that we should have got on the initial release, aka this guy. So they're making a double barbell style joint. Why couldn't they do that with this? They're making the body slimmer, which, to be honest, I don't like how here at the waist it's all chunky to make freer movement. It just makes him look still kind of fat from the front. I love his beefy arms though. So moving down, there's no movement here. There's movement at the waist, which can go about that much. I didn't modify the waist because I didn't feel I needed to yet. When I finish the stop motions and stuff, I'll probably modify that in the future. Goes back about that much. Yeah, I see. Yeah, I'm probably gonna mod this sooner because he can't twist a lot. Now the arms, I modded these. I drilled like on the inside of the socket to make his arm be able to bend inwards more. So now he could have his arms out about that much. They do rotate all the way around. That's standard. His arms can come in about that much. It's kind of restricted. I'm sure if I drilled right here, like to cut off this little segment right here, it could probably come in a lot more. But that's for the future. We do have a bicep swivel, which is new for Hiya, I think. But not at the actual bicep. It's here like on the elbow area. So that piece bends about that much. And this piece about that much. They do come hand in hand. It's not some bullshit useless designing, which we've seen with Monster Arts. The legs, sorry about that, the video cut out. But the legs, they spread about that much. I'm sure there's a modification for that too. But bending inwards is kind of difficult because of these flaps right here. Coming about that much. You could actually get him to stand up pretty tall. He's got to bend his thighs all the way back and straighten out his legs. Something about Hiya that I don't like though is that it's a really squeaky figures. But knees, that's about as straight as you can bend them unless you mod them. Bend back that much. You can also mod this. They could bend a lot further. I modded the ankles too. I drilled a good portion around the ankle for him to be able to tilt his foot back more, because like he couldn't really do shit. Ankle rock is a lot better. As for this side, so yeah, I definitely think that if you're getting this figure, modding it would be a smart choice. You need a Dremel and a small piece to drill, because you do not want to mess up the joints. There's not a lot of articulation in Hiya figures, but they do a pretty decent job though. The tail, there's, let me see how many segments. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. 14 segments. Again, very squeaky. but you can get his tail about that much of a curve, which I think is interesting. Doesn't come up a lot because of the spikes in the way, but that's, I think, more than you should need. Oh my god, this hurts. Bends about that much. I heard that if you put the tail in boiling water, it's supposed to loosen things up a little more, which I haven't done yet, which I most likely will. And yeah, that's... Oh, got this part. The spine here moves, which I actually found this to be very useful. Sorry, that was my shoulder. When you bend him down, there's this big space right here, and it looks kind of awkward. But you just... Sorry. You just bend that forward a little bit, and it looks a little more natural. And I really dig it, to be honest. Or if he's twisted or something, you could bend it to make it look a little bit smoother. If you're picking up what I'm putting down. So yeah, a lot of people call it useless, but I think for someone who does like stop motions and stuff, I find that to be very useful. I completely forgot your articulation. Opens that much, tongue moves, standard Hiya mouse. Let's actually get into the look of this figure. Now you could see him a little better. I'm actually very happy with the spines now that I did that. I did all the little spines over here too. It definitely looks like Godzilla. Let's go look at those eyes. There we go. They're very little, pretty straight. I really like this figure. Comparison time. Okay. I think it's pretty easy to tell which one is the primary figure. And having this one in hand now, I realize like how lanky and skinny looking the SH Monster Arts one is. He looks just kind of like a lizard. A lizard on 2 legs. I do still like the dorsal fins. Here is actually where I got the idea to do this for the Hiya one. I know it just did simple dry brushing, but it looked like how it did in the movie. Standing up entirely. They're actually the same height, which they're fixing with the heat rate version. How hard, seriously, like how hard is it to just get the size right? This is the same height, pretty much. Yep, same exact height. They're both standing up straight. But for some reason, Kong still looks significantly shorter. Or, nah, he's just short. The paint is obviously different. I think this paint is obviously like more accurate. But I don't like the semi-gloss finish. It makes it just like look more grayish, greenish, and shiny. it's fine. Still looks more like Godzilla. That's all I care about, to be honest. And, ew. He has no teeth. Looks like an old lady. Come over here so I can give you that gum job, boy. There's no teeth. In the end, at the end of the day, nobody's perfect. No company is perfect. No figure is perfect. Except the heat ray version. Cause that, it looks so, it just looks so, yeah. Like I'm probably gonna do a separate video on it, but it's everything that this figure and this figure isn't. They're improving the neck articulation. They're improving arm proportions. I'm sure they're doing more with the tail, so it's gonna move even more. They're gonna fix proportioning and any other mishap that was wrong with this figure. They're gonna make it better in the next one. I don't know if they're actually gonna do the same thing here, but I know they're gonna make him the right size. They're gonna make him look astonishing. They're using translucent plastic for the spines. I heard for the whole body actually. So if you put him like in front of a light, he's probably gonna glow or something, which I think is dope. Not to mention, he just looks so much better overall. The teeth look so sharp. It was the week this figure started shipping out. That's when they dropped it. That's when they dropped the news that the heat ray version was coming out. And I was so pissed. Cause we've been waiting a year for this to come. And as soon as it starts coming, here's the updated version with everything that was wrong with this figure gone. See you next year. Fuck you, Hiya. I'm gonna buy it either way. I'm definitely gonna buy it. No question. I'm probably gonna buy the Beast Glove Kong too. I haven't gotten my pre-order for that yet. But yeah. Hiya Toys Godzilla Evolved, not energized version. If you got this, definitely mod it, do the upgrades, whatever the fuck. It's worth it. Just don't mess it up. Because you'll probably mess it up. Watch the video. Go follow Timus Productions on Instagram. He posts videos and like steps to modify your figures, which is how I did with mine. And I'm much happier with the product now. Thank you all for watching. I'm sorry I've been gone so long. I've been doing a lot of stuff. I've been modifying my room. I've been locked in my physical sports. Not so much in school. Life happens. People get busy. But I do want to be more frequent. Thank you all for watching, and I hope you have a wonderful day. Treat this video like how you would your grandma. Come give me that toothless gum, boy. Alright, bye.